Hello everyone, welcome again. This is Kishore from Kishore Technologies. In this tutorial, I will explain you about conditional statements in Java. So why we are using conditional statements? We are using conditional statements to check the conditions or verify the conditions in a Java program. Especially these conditional statements are mandatory to use in Selenium to perform the validations. Because as a Selenium tester, you need to compare expected result with the actual result. Either you are working on RC or WebDriver or Grid, not only in Selenium guys, in any automation tool. With the help of the tool, we need to compare expected result with actual result. That comparison, we can do it with the help of only conditional statements. That is the reason. In simple words, we can say that without using conditional statements, we cannot perform the validations in Selenium. So that is the reason we need to discuss about this conditional statements. So there are four different types of conditional statements available in Java. First one is the if condition, if else condition, if else if condition, and the last one is the switch case. I'll explain you all these four conditional statements with the examples. See, first let me start with the first condition. What is that? If condition. First one is what? If condition. We are using if condition. We are using this statement to check the condition, and we will get the output only when the condition is true. If the condition is false, we won't get any output. Let me give you the example, you can understand. See, let me create two variables. Int a equals to 30. Next one, int b equals to 40. Now I would like to verify a should be less than b. In case if a is less than b, I would like to print the message as a is less than b. Otherwise, I don't want to print any output. So how can we do this? See, if we are using a less than b, a less than b. So here less than is the conditional operator, which we discussed in the previous sessions, guys. Okay, a less than b. If a less than b, system.out.println. So here I'm using syso shortcut. We are using system.out.println. Something like a is less than b. Understand, guys? Let's run this code. If you run this code, it will check this condition. If condition will verify this condition. If this condition is true, it will print this statement as an output. Condition is false, it won't print any statement. This is the concept of if condition. Click on run button. A is less than b because condition satisfied. In case if I'm giving a equal to 300, let's run the same program. When you run the same program, you will not get any output because condition is not satisfied. So why we are using if condition? We are using this statement to check the condition, and we will get the output only when the condition is true. If the condition is false, we won't get any output. This is about if condition. Coming to the second one, if else condition. What is if else condition? We are using this statement to check the condition, and we will get the output even though the condition is true or false. Even though the condition is true or false. If the condition is true, we'll get the output. If the condition is false also, we will get the output. But if is not like that. If is what? Only if the condition is true, you'll get the output. But if else condition is what? You'll get the output even though the condition is true or false. How to write the code here? Simple. If I'm writing the same program, if a less than b, if a less than b, system.out.println, something like a is less than b, a is less than b, a is less than b, else system.out.println, a is not less than b. Understand, a is not less than b. So it will check this condition. In case if the condition is true, it will print the first statement as an output, and if the first condition is not satisfied, it will print the second statement as output. So in real time, especially when you are validating, we are using if else condition only, because as a tester you need to verify the condition, and I would like to print the output whether it is pass or fail. I want to see. That is the reason we are always using if else condition. Let's run this code. If you run this code, a is less than b. In case I'm giving a equal to 300, let's run this code. When you run this code, a is not less than b because condition not satisfied. So ultimately it is displaying the second statement as a output. This is about the if condition and if else condition. Major difference: if condition, we are using the if condition to check the condition and we'll get the output only when the condition is true. If else condition, we will check the condition and get the output even though the condition is true or false. Understand, guys? Coming to the next one, if else if condition or nested if condition. If else if condition, there is another name for this if else if condition also, that is called as nested if condition. So what is a nested if condition, Kishore? See, in nested if condition, we are inserting one if condition inside the another if condition. Till now we worked on only one if condition, either if condition or if else condition, but now we are seeing multiple if conditions in a statements. So in nested if condition, we are inserting one if condition inside the condition. If you observe this example syntax, guys, see, if condition 1, statement 1, else, again if, second if, again second if statement, else, again third if. In this example, we can see three if conditions, but all these three if conditions are not independent statements. These if conditions are what? Okay, one if condition I inserted inside the another. See, if you take the example of third if condition, this third if condition I inserted inside the second if condition. Second if condition we inserted inside the first if condition. So that is the reason we called it as a nested if condition. One inside another, we are inserting if conditions, that is called as the nested if condition. Let me show you the execution flow. So what is the execution flow of this nested if condition? I will explain you guys. See, by default in nested if condition, execution starts from the first condition. If the first condition is true, it will print the statement 1 and stop the execution. Understand, it will not check the second condition. By default, execution will start from the first condition. If the first condition is true, it will print the statement 1 and stop the execution. In case if the first condition is not satisfied, then it will check the second condition. So when it goes to second condition, only when the first condition is not satisfied. In case if the second condition is satisfied, then it will print the statement 2 and stop the execution. Understand, guys? In case if the second condition is also not satisfied, then it will go to the third condition. If the third condition is true, it will print the statement 3. If the third condition is also false, it will print the statement 4. Not only 3 conditions, guys, we can insert one inside another, any number of conditions. This is called as the nested if condition. Come back again. So what is a nested if condition? In nested if condition, we are inserting one if condition inside the another if condition. By default, execution starts from the first condition. If the first condition is true, it will print the statement 1 and stop the execution. If the first condition is false, then it will check the second condition. If the second condition is true, it will print the second statement and stop the execution. If the second condition is also false, then it will go to the third condition. So when it goes to the second condition, when the first condition is false. When it goes to third condition, when the second condition is false. This is about nested if condition. I'll give you one practical example. You can understand how to implement nested if condition. So guys, I have a program here which contains 3 different variables. Int A equals to 30, int B equals to 40, and int C equals to 60, int C equals to 50. There are 3 different types of variables. Now I would like to print which variable is the biggest variable. I would like to write a Java program to print which is the biggest variable. So first I'm comparing with first variable. So how to check the first variable? If, we'll do one thing. If A greater than B and A greater than C. If A greater than B and A greater than C. So what is the meaning of both the conditions are satisfied? And means both the conditions should satisfy. What is the meaning of both the conditions satisfied? A is greater than B and A is greater than C. Both the conditions are satisfied. If both the conditions are satisfied means what is that? A is greater, because A is greater than B and A is greater than C. Both the conditions are true means ultimately A is greater. In case if both the conditions are not satisfied, confirm which is not greater, A is not greater. Understand guys, if both the conditions are true, confirm A is greater. If both the conditions are not true, then confirm A is not greater. Either one of the condition is not satisfied, then A is not greater. If A is not greater, what might be the greater? Either B or C. So how to write the logic here? If tool do one thing, if A greater than B and A greater than C, you can simply print this message. What is the message? A is greater. Understand guys? Else otherwise, in case if both the conditions are not satisfied or any one of these two conditions are not satisfied, you can do one thing, you can check the another condition. If B greater than C, if B greater than C, system dot out dot println is that B is greater, B is greater, else system dot out dot println C is greater. Understand everyone? C is greater. That's all. Let's run this code. First it will check A greater than B and A greater than C. No, it's not satisfied. Then it will go to second condition. Then it will check B is greater than C or not. No. Then it will print ultimately what is output? C is greater. Let's run this code. C is greater. If I'm giving A is 300, what will be the output? First condition itself is satisfied, then it will print this statement and stop the execution. It won't go to the next execution. See, A is greater. In case if I'm giving 400 here, what would be your output? Then B is greater. This is how we are applying the nested if conditions. Guys, clear? Coming to the last one. Last one is what? Last one is the switch case. We are using switch case in Java. We are using switch. We are using switch to check the multiple conditions in a Java program. To check the multiple conditions in a Java program, we are using the switch case. The same concept is available in VB scripting also when you are working on QTP, but in VB scripting, it will display as a select case. Here we have a switch case, there we have a select case. That is the only difference. Now, let's start with the switch case. How to work with switch case? See, int A equals to 10. One variable int A equals to 10, int B equals to 8. Next one, int C equals to A minus B. I'm just writing simple code, guys. My requirement is I would like to verify the C variable. I would like to check the C condition. So what is the condition? How can we verify the C variable? My requirement is C variable. What I'm expecting, C variable value should be in between 1 to 4. So 1 is fine for me, 2 is fine for me, 3 is fine for me, 4 is also fine for me, not a problem. But I want to print that respective message. So further to check the multiple, 1 to 4 means how many conditions we need to verify? 4 conditions we need to verify. How to check the 4 conditions? Simple. First, apply the switch variable. Which variable we are checking? C variable. C variable calibration starts now. One by one condition. First, it is checking with C value is 1 or not. How to check? Case 1. Case 1. Case 1 means what? If the C variable value is 1, system.out.println C value is 1. That's all. C value is 1. In case if the C value is not 1, what we need to check? Case 2. Case 2. What is the case 2? System. What is the case 2? If the C value is 2, system.out.println C value is 2. C value is 2. Understand? Next one. Case 3. Case 3. If the C value is 3, system.out.println C value is 3. Understand everyone? C value is 3. Else. Next one. Case 4. If the C value is 4, system.out.println C value is 4. Like this, I check the conditions. In case if the C variable value should be in between 1 to 6, how many times, how many cases we need to write? 6 cases we need to write. So how many times you want to write, how many conditions you want to check, that many cases you need to write over here. Let's run this code. When you run this code, see 10 minus 8, what is output? 2. So first it will check whether C value is 1 or not. No. Second, it will check what? C value is 2 or not. Yes, it will print 2 and it will print all the statements one by one. See, let's run this code. See, C value is 2, 3, 4. This is the drawback with the switch case. What is the drawback here? It will check first C value is 1 or not. Yes, it will check 1 and it is not 1, so it's not printing this. Next case 2, it will check C value is 2 or not. Yes, C value is 2, it will print 2, and also it will print all these next statements. That is the reason in this switch case we are applying one more statement called break. What is a break here? In case if the condition is satisfied, see case 1, in case if the C variable value is 1, tool do one thing, you can break this condition, don't go to the another condition. But first time I did not apply the break, that's what it is printing all the outputs. Once the condition satisfied, from there all the outputs it is printing. But now here see, I'm applying break. Here also I'm applying the break. Here also I'm applying the, understand everyone, here also I'm applying the break. Let's run this code. When you click on run button, it will print only 2. Why? Because here condition satisfied, automatically it will stop the execution. It won't go to the next conditions, guys. This is about the switch with the break. But in case if I'm giving B value is 5, B value is 5. So what is the C variable value now? It becomes 5. So any one of the condition is not satisfied. So what is output, guys? Nothing is displaying. I'm getting confused. Why it is not printing output? So because is there any problem with the code or is there any problem with the output? That is the reason. For safe side, what we'll do one thing, verify if these conditions are satisfied, print that respective output. In case if any one of these conditions are not satisfied, you can do one thing, you can print a default statement. What is a default statement? System.out.println, something I'm giving C value is range. Understand everyone? Let's run this code now. Let's run this code. Previously we are not getting any output because any one of the condition is not satisfied. Now we are getting the output because C value is out of range. Understand everyone? So switch, what is the problem with the switch? Once the condition satisfied, from there all the statements it will print. That is the reason we applied break. Problem solved. But switch condition, switch case will print the output only when any of the conditions are satisfied. I want to print my default output also. If any of the conditions are not satisfied, I would like to print my default output. That is possible by using the default keyword. This is about the switch case. If condition, if else condition, if else if condition or nested if condition, and last one is the switch case. I hope you understand this concept. Thank you all.